So yeah, I've been having this thought, right? What if Mavrika isn't what we think she is? You see, right now, everybody wants the Zhanglin replacement. Now, Zhanglin is probably one of the strongest units in this game. If you build her as a DPS and support her in that category, well, or field DPS to say. But the problem is that, let's say you want to use her in other teams, she tends to hold them back, not in the damage department or the pyro application in any way. It's the damn energy recharge. She has like so much problem that even building 300 energy recharge like myself, you tend to never have her burst up. You always have to miss the opportunity or just miss that couple of seconds to clear the spiral abyss because of some type of shield, or, just to get her burst up. It's really the energy recharge is her problem. So like majority of us that use Zhanglin is forced to use Zhanglin. We don't really want to use Zhanglin. If I want to use Zhanglin, I'll try to, build her in a more DPS type of way. I might put 4-piece Crimson on her, or maybe 4-piece Emblem, just to boost up her damage. And she's strong. She's one of the strongest, if not the strongest pyro unit in the game. It's just that you have to build her in a specific way and support her like if she was our own field DPS. Now, let's take Moalani for instance. She wants somebody to always have pyro on the enemy, well, putting pyro on the enemy. Now, Zhanglin ticks all the boxes just in one area. It's that to get the burst up is the biggest problem. To get Zhanglin burst up is such a headache. It's not really that problematic in the open world because they do tend to drop a lot of particles, right? And yeah, in the open world, Goba will be enough if it's 1 or 2 enemy. But when you're dealing with like certain enemies in the Spiral Abyss, to be honest, most of these things is really just for the Spiral Abyss when you think about it. In the open world or in some domains, we don't really have a problem. So this brings up, what if Mavuika sucks? What if Mavuika comes out, right? And she just doesn't do off-field pyro application? Because from what I've been hearing is that her elemental skill supposed to how do I keep saying that 3 times, bro? It's supposed to be doing off-field pyro application. We're not sure how good it is. We're not sure how bad it is. We're not sure if it's actually true. What if it doesn't do anything like that? What does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything, to be honest. I think that when Mavuika drops, it's going to be a lot of drama going around. Some people are going to find, if it comes out that she's just an off-field pyro applicator like Zhanglin, but does it very easily, but she doesn't do a lot of burst damage in this case, some people are going to be pissed off and they're going to cause an issue with this. Now, the other way is that if she comes out and she's a boss ass babe, well, yes, she's a boss ass babe, but what if she comes out and she's just a solid pyro off-field, well, no, pyro on-field DPS, but she doesn't do anything for pyro application for characters like Moalani, Red Slay, etc., right? That's going to cause a next problem there. And, to be honest, right, some of you might disagree with what I'm saying here. I strongly think, and hear me out, right? I strongly think that they should make her at C0 a off-field DPS. Now, hear me out. Why I say this is that I love Himiko, right? I've played Honkai Impact 3rd on like a Samsung Galaxy S3 when it came out. And the first character I fell in love with was Himiko. Too bad I didn't get too deep into it because that was like my first game. The S3 was like my first solid smartphone device. That's when like Android popped off with like good specs, good cameras and stuff, right? All the other devices before was like Motorola Clicks and stuff. They were pretty good, but they didn't have the power like what the S3 had. So the first game I was looking for was, well, I didn't really looking for any first game. First game that I saw with a lot of graphics and was really cool was Honkai Impact 3rd. And I loved Himiko from that moment. Now, I didn't know that Honkai Impact 3rd and Genshin Impact was like the same company when I started playing Genshin. And when I did find it out and I saw that some people were saying that, there are certain characters in Genshin that kind of relates to the characters of Honkai Impact 3rd, I was excited and I always thought that, Himiko will be coming in Genshin Impact. Now, yes, a lot of you will say that Mavuika and Himiko is not the same character. And I agree with you. But me being me, I'm always going to consider her the Himiko of Genshin Impact. For some reason, she has that badassness like Himiko, right? So, moving on, I got sidetracked there, right? I've been waiting for this unit for a long time, and I don't want another DPS at C0 that I will bench. I don't want a burst-dependent pyro DPS. Now, some of you might disagree with me. I know you want the cool-ass animations and stuff. I really want a character to do good off-field pyro application with good damage as well, but with ease of use. We've been starved from a character like this since the beginning of the game. We only had one character to do that. We thought that Toma and we thought that Dea would have, filled that role, but now you see that Hoyoverse been holding out. And I believe that that's what she's going to specialize in. I believe at C0, her elemental skill is going to be the core of her gameplay. Maybe she might have a nuke. Some people say she might go Vegeta versus Majin Buu and be like, Trunks, Bulma, I love you, even you, Kakarot. I know he didn't say I love you, but you know what I'm saying. But I want her to be a solid off-field DPS, just using her elemental skill. I don't want to have to build a ton of energy recharge on her. I want to build maxed out damage, crit rate, crit damage, little bit of energy recharge, elemental mastery, whatever, and just pop the E, do some kind of thing, and leave the field, Very similar to like Furina in that manner. And her burst, I wouldn't mind if her burst be a buff or if her burst be a nuke. I wouldn't mind for that. Now at C1 and C2, C1, I don't know why I get enough feeling like, how Furina at C1, she increases her fanfare gains, right? And because of Furina, almost every character could use the Marishosa Hunter scent in Fontaine. I don't know why I have a feeling that when Mavuika drops, every character might be able to use the Obsidian Codex. What if she gives every character a little bit of Night Soul points? What if her burst has some type of buff? What if she does off-field damage with her elemental skill, provides good pyro application, and she does a nuke with her burst, and after you use the burst, there's something to do with her buff, But this brings another problem here now, is that what if she provides so much good pyro application that you can't vape with her? I don't think that should be a problem, unless if we'll be locked with using her with Sinsho to burst. That's if she have a burst mode like there. What if it's just a nuke? I don't know, bro, but some people are going to be, it's going to be a 50-50 between Mavuika. Like, if you love her, if you don't like her, if you like the gameplay or not. But as we know, the Archons tend to be locked behind. Well, not at C0, they are perfect. But at C2 is where they pop off, from Raiden Shogun. Then I'm not sure what Nahida does. I can't remember what Nahida does. I think Nahida, I can't remember what she does. But I know Furina C2 is like so good. It's so like easy to get the fanfare points, And I think like at C2, Mavuika might have a big damage increase to her burst if she's more oriented around elemental skill damage. So yeah, that's just a little conversation I've been having with myself. And not really, to be honest, I don't be thinking about Genshin outside of sitting down behind this computer. But yeah, it has been a thought that has crossed my mind. So let me know your thoughts down below about this. My name is Tired of Feelings. Hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
I never lie, but saying I'm fine was far from the truth, yeah. Look into my eye, I'm trying to find you. It's do or die, but maybe I ain't the one for you, yeah. I'm fine, that's far from true.